Check audio too, Adam. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Eastmark High School here in the far Southeast Valley. We are ready for girls flag football here on the Epic Sports Network. We apologize for getting on the air late, but we're on the air nonetheless, and we're kicked off and ready to go here. Ball fielded now near the 34-yard line. So the kickoff returned out to the 40-yard line. That is where the Eastmark Firebirds will go to work tonight under the direction of Coach Nick Garces. James Poovey coming to you live here alongside my broadcast partner, Mr. Ed Cole. Ed?
We're here, brother.
We made it, my friend. We finally got on the air somehow, and unfortunately had some internet difficulties, but we're on the air nonetheless, and we're going here from Eastmark High School in Mesa. We got the Ben Franklin Chargers and the Eastmark Lady Firebirds getting it going here tonight. First down and 10 Firebirds from their own 40. Mike Kalama now from the shotgun. They're going to hand it off on a jet sweep, going far side across the 45, cutting it back up across midfield, and brought down, it looks like, right about the 45-yard line. That was Braylon Schiermeyer, the senior, on the carry, and a nice job getting into open space right there.
Yeah, that was a great job by Schiermeyer to get, as you mentioned, a jet sweep, see where her line was going, and she was able to make adjustments depending on where the defensive players were coming. So good job of her maneuvering and moving and getting that first down.
Second down. Now they pitch it, coming near side, a nice head of steam across the 40, and they finally get the flags drawn at the 32-yard line. Stopped on the play there by Ben Franklin's Emily Davis, and a nice scamper on the play there from Eastmark. That was Kinsley McCarty, the freshman, on the scamper there for the Firebirds.
Yeah, early on you see the talent and the offensive talent by Eastmark. They're able to make two big plays off of their first two plays of the drive.
First down and 10 Firebirds now into plus territory. Kalama goes to the air. She's got a receiver. It's in there for the touchdown. It is a touchdown. Eastmark Firebirds scoring on their first possession of the night. And that was Abby Schellenbarger, number 25, the junior, on the reception there from Mai Kalama. And just like that, Eastmark up 6-0 here early in the ball game over the Ben Franklin Chargers. An impressive pass.
Oh boy, JP didn't take long. 3 plays for them to go down the field. Kalama, as you mentioned, connects with Schellenbarger. Fantastic rollout by her. She rolls to the right, just throws it up in the air. Schellenbarger gets free from the defensive back. She makes the catch and easily steps into the end zone.
On now for the PAT. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is right down the middle. Trying to get that young lady's number right quick there, Ed. I believe that was number 18, the kicker for Eastmark, Kaylee Markle. She puts the Firebirds up. 10:42 remaining here in our first quarter. 7-0 Eastmark on top of Ben Franklin early. So glad you joined us here tonight on the Epic Sports Network. We got the crew out here with us, Mr. Ed Cole, Mr. Adam Beadle producing for us this evening, and Mrs. Alexis Weiss are up top on the camera tonight. And it is a gorgeous night for football. A little bit warm out, we would say, gentlemen, but we'll take it because we're blessed to be in the air-conditioned broadcast booth here at Eastmark, right,
yeah,
Adam?
Don't we pray for AC, Adam? We wish we had it last week, but we've got it this week.
So it makes a world of a difference.
It sure does.
So I wanted to add in a little note here for people who are new to the girls flag football world. Obviously, it's new for everyone around these times, but during the game, there will only be 2 kickoffs. There will be 1 kickoff at the beginning of the game and 1 kickoff when the girls are coming out of halftime. So you won't see a team kick off the ball. Each score kind of allows the game to move at a bit of a faster pace. Each team will start with the ball. I believe they're moving it back to the 30-yard line. Each team will start with the ball at the 30-yard line.
So indeed, the 30-yard line is a spot now for the Ben Franklin Chargers to take over. And at quarterback number 23, Olivia Lamont comes out now. She's got split backs. She's in the shotgun. She takes the snap. They try the handoff, and it looks like whistles early. A little bit of trouble with the mesh there in the backfield. And we'll get the official word from our AIA officiating crew, and we'll get those gentlemen's names here in just a moment.
So another rule, just throwing out rules out here. There are no fumbles in flag football. So if the ball hits the ground, it is immediately ruled dead unless it is a punt or a kickoff.
Okay, that's good to know. Adam Beadle, Mr. Information. You've been studying, haven't you?
Well, I have to say I do have some flag football playing experience back in my day.
Oh,
So
goodness.
good times.
Lamont waiting for the snap out of the shotgun. She rolls out to her right back, now back to her left. She's looking for a wide receiver. And she makes that connection to number 13. That is Celeste Shegg. Last week against Mojave, she had 4 rushes for 37 yards last week, James.
Shegg is getting it done there for the Ben Franklin Chargers.
Yes, she is.
They're moving the football right now, gentlemen, out to the 35-yard line. It goes now. 3rd down upcoming here for Ben Franklin. And as you mentioned, Adam, a little bit different rules-wise here in girls flag football. So we're all learning this stuff as we go here as well. So brand new for everyone, including the officials, the broadcasters, everyone on site here tonight. But we're going to have some fun.
Oh, yeah.
3rd down now. Lamont in the shotgun. She drops back to throw, eyes down the field. She's going to escape the pocket, go to the air, and it's too tall for the intended target, Gabby Bingham on the far side over there. She was the only one in the area that had a chance at that football. So now it's going to bring up a 4th down here for the Ben Franklin Chargers.
So another note, another rule about flag football here is that each first down is each 10-yard mark. So if they start with the ball at the 30-yard line, they have to get to the 40 to get a first, or I believe it's 20 yards. So you have to get to the 50 to get a first down. Now, if let's say they started at the 34, you still would have to get to the 50. So there's intervals for each yard line. You have to get past the 20, past the 40, and then past the 40 again to get your first downs.
Interesting. You see Eastmark coming out now in a prevent defense look here. So Brent Franklin's going to kick it away. Number 19 on to kick it. That's Madeline Fall. She gets a nice one into the air. It's fielded at the 30, and then the receiver's up into the 35. Room to run, and finally brought off her feet. A nice return there. It had a little bit of scheme going on there as well, Ed. That was Kinsley McCarty on the return, the freshman, and she got a little quick pitch after the receiver was, or the return was upended.
Yeah, she got upended, but luckily she got the ball to McCarty, and she was able to get that many more yards. But wow, we see the physicality early on so far on special teams, James. These ladies are coming to play tonight.
They are coming to play. We had the pleasure of visiting with Coach Nick Garces on the way into the building here tonight, as well as the coach for Ben Franklin. There they are off to the races now. A quick pitch to the outside. The flag's pulled at the 35-yard line. Number 18 on the stop, Emily Davis once again for the Chargers defense, and then Kinsley McCarty. She is a wrecking ball so far here in this first quarter for the Firebirds.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, they move deeper into Ben Franklin territory now, down to the 34-yard line. It goes first down here for the Firebirds. 1st down and 20, right, Adam?
Yes, correct.
Essentially.
So they're starting with the ball at the 35. They need to get past the 20.
To the air, It falls incomplete. The intended target was Taylor Emke. And these ladies, I tell you what, they've had a couple of exhibition seasons, if you will, to get ready for this first AIA sanctioned season here in 2023. And they are fired up and ready to go. I know the coaching staffs are ready, and it's an exciting brand of football. We appreciate you tuning in here tonight for what is a historic night here, the first girls flag football broadcast in Arizona history.
That is interesting, Adam, about there's no fumbles in girls flag football.
It's all to avoid injuries, right? We don't want girls colliding into each other, them, hitting their heads, going for a ball on the ground. So just to avoid any injuries whatsoever, as soon as the ball hits the ground, it's ruled dead.
Exactly. As you can see, the ladies have no helmets. So yeah, we have to protect the ladies.
Kalama looks down the field. She's going to set the feet, go to the air. She has a receiver. It falls incomplete. The target that time was Braylon Schiermeyer, and Schiermeyer almost able to go up, high point that football, and make it happen.
But that was good coverage by the strong safety, Avery Earl, number 20. She was in there to get up there. She jumped up as well with the wide receiver to just disrupt that pass and knock it away. Good coverage by Earl.
4th down now upcoming here for Eastmark. Ball rests at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, in a rapidly moving first quarter, 6:10 left to go. Kalama rolls out to her left. She keeps the ball. Oh, she backed up a little bit. She threw and made the completion, James.
All the way now. The flags come down at the 23, it looks like, where they'll spot the football. So a big-time gain there for the Eastmark Firebirds.
I like the athleticism of Kalama early on. She's able to roll out, James. She sees the pressure. She rolls out to her left. Wherever she goes, left, right, she's got the athleticism where she can roll out and make things happen on the run, on the fly. I like that.
So there is a penalty marker down back at the 41-yard line. So that'll bring Eastmark's offense back out for another play. Or it looks like they're going to give the ball to Ben Franklin. So Ben Franklin will take over on offense.
Ben Franklin regains possession of the football. They trail the Firebirds of Eastmark by the score of 7-0 here. 5:56 remaining in our first quarter. As we see lightning off in the distance out there, gentlemen. Hopefully that holds off, but it looks to be pretty far out there in the Santan Valley, so we should be okay, hopefully, at least for the next couple hours now. Ben Franklin with the football now at their own 47-yard line. Olivia Lamont remains in at quarterback. They hand it off on an inside across the 50, room to run, and she's brought down there just inside Firebirds territory at the 48-yard line. A nice stop on the play there by Harley Lundquist.
But a good run by Evelyn Papa, number 9, the running back. She saw where she was trying to cut up in the middle, couldn't see that. That's why she tried to get to the outside to get a little bit more room to get to the outside edge before she was brought down, before her flag was yanked.
Our officials tonight, our line judge is Paul Sellis, our head linesman Bo Adams, our referee this evening, Mr. David Benedetti. Our AIA officiating crew here under the direction of Mr. Brian Gessner. Second down here for the Chargers of Ben Franklin. Lamont now from the shotgun. Pressure comes. She's flushed out of the pocket, and the flags are pulled. So put down a sack right there. That was number 9, Taylor McCombs on the hunt there, the senior for Eastmark, and she got in that backfield in a hurry.
Yes, she did. You saw the speed from McCombs to be able to get in that backfield and grab that flag and force that sack. A lot of speed on this field so far, James, for both of these football teams.
I tell you what, these ladies are out here. They're looking pretty nimble and really light on their feet here, at least in this first quarter anyway. The clock runs with 4.5 minutes remaining here in our first quarter. Apologies for technical difficulties tonight. We had some internet issues and not able to get you the full production on the air, but we're on the air nonetheless now. Lamont will roll out. She'll scramble, and the flags finally pulled by Sophia Garces, the junior, daughter of head coach Nick Garces of the Eastmark Firebirds. Coach Garces, also the linebackers coach out there for the Red Mountain Lions out there at Power and Brown.
Nice run there by Lamont, right, James? So she looks, she sees all of her wide receivers covered, so she decides to call number 23. She scoots off to the right and gets it down there. Really good run by her.
Very heady play there by Olivia Lamont. Fourth down upcoming here for the offense of Ben Franklin. And it looks like they're going to keep that offense on the field. Lamont now from the shotgun on fourth down. She rolls out to her right. The pressure comes. The blocker stays in. She goes to the air, and it's too tall for the intended target. That was Amari Zinke, and Zinke almost able to haul that one in. She had a little bit of room to run, and she was able to make the catch.
Yeah, she did, but good job of her offensive lineman. The one young lady was able to give Lamont just a little time with her block to try to find the wide receiver, to try to find Zinke. Unfortunately, they couldn't make that connection, but I love the block that she gave up front for her quarterback.
So now it's a turnover on downs here, and Mai Kalama and the Eastmark Firebirds will go back to work. An exciting matchup last night out in the West Valley out there at Millennium. We'll take a look at some highlights of that here during some stoppage of play. Now it's Mai Kalama on the run, 45-40, and she's finally brought down there just right at the 40-yard line. And that was Avery Earl on the stop there for the Ben Franklin Chargers. Nice job in open space there, making the stop by Earl.
Kalama got that pressure, but she was able to roll out and avoid that pressure. And once she got away from that pressure, it was nothing but green grass for her, nothing but open field as she ran off to her right and got a really good run, got their team a first down.
So Mai Kalama checks the wristband now, gets the play call from Coach Garces, and she sets the offense. First down and 10 here for Eastmark. They bring one in motion across the formation. They go that way with it. That is number 2, Taylor Emke. And Emke with a little bit of room to run. Finally stopped on the play by Annabelle Van Ann, the DB for the Chargers.
Very nice run. Good pitch and run. Once she was able to get to the outside, she had some room. She was free. And you saw how she stuck out the football to try to get a little bit more yards before she knew her flag was getting yanked. But she's like, let me stretch this football a little bit further to try to get some more yards.
Veteran move right there, Ed. Veteran move. Second down upcoming here for Eastmark. I got to tell you, folks, really cool coming up here this afternoon, getting set up for this ball game, and seeing the ladies start coming into the venue as the guys are finishing their practice on the field, it's a pretty cool thing to see. High snap, Kalama gets it. She pitches it to the far near side. A little bit of wiggle room there in the middle. Finally stopped on the play there by Annabelle Van Ann. And once again on the tote for Eastmark, that was Kinsley McCarty. And McCarty is showing some flashes of brilliance here in this first quarter.
Oh, yeah, Kalama and McCarty, they're making some really good connections so far offensively. See if there's a way Ben Franklin can stop that connection between those two young ladies.
Third down, we have a timeout on the play. So we'll take a look at that those high. Oh, we can't do that actually. Never mind. We're going to load that up here in a little bit. Let's take a commercial timeout, come back, and we'll get those highlights for you here sometime during that first half. We promise. 1:46 remaining here in the first quarter. We'll be back to Eastmark High School here in the Mesa in just a moment.
With 6 Valley locations, Burrito Express is your place to go for the best burrito in town. This is Burrito Express.
Burrito Express has been your local burrito joint since 1995, but hey, don't just take our word for it. Ask the mayor of Arizona High School football himself.
Chicken Burrito Supreme, that is my go-to. Can't go wrong with Burrito Express.
Burrito Express, a proud supporter of Thursday Night Football right here on the Epic Sports Network.
I love Sky Zone because it's the most fun.
I love Sky.
Ed Cole, third down now for the Firebirds. Play fake. Kalama goes to the air. She's got a target at the 10-yard line, and she's stopped on the play short of the goal. Number 20, Avery Earl on the stop. And what a pitch and catch there from Mai Kalama. And that was Taylor Emke on the reception. The senior not afraid to go up and grab that football out of the space.
Boy, Kalama knows how to get the ball to her ladies, doesn't she? To all of her talented wide receivers. That time it was Emke. She just finds it. She has a knack for getting the football to wherever she needs to go to her wide receivers, and another great connection between her and her wide receiver.
That's going to be a first down and goal now for the Eastmark Firebirds, and they are on the march right here, deep inside Ben Franklin territory. Kalama now with a little bit of a power set here. They're lined up in an I formation. Now they pitch it, a little spin move, and into the end zone. For all they say, it's short of the goal line. That was Kinsley McCarty on the scamper. She did a little roll out there after she got the handoff and nearly made it into the end zone before the flags were pulled.
Yeah, she almost did, but great call to get them just a little bit closer to pay dirt.
The clock runs with 30 seconds remaining here in our first quarter. So glad you joined us this evening on the Epic Sports Network. A history-making night out here in the East Valley. The first girls flag football broadcast in Arizona history. Kalama now looks to throw. The pressure comes. She climbs the pocket, puts the football out, and into the end zone for the touchdown. How about Mai Kalama, the elusivity, as we talk about oh so often, Ed, on display right there for the QB.
Boy, I'll tell you what, she is so tough. When she gets that football, you don't know where she's going to go. And even when the pressure comes, when she gets double pressure like she did right there, she's able to escape that pressure and get out to the left side and get into the end zone. She is a tough cookie. Yes, she is, number 8.
She absolutely is tough indeed. On for the PAT now. That is number 14, Ella Dausha, the sophomore. She swings the right leg through, and as the lightning goes off, the kick is up and true. Our score, the Firebirds 14 and the Ben Franklin Chargers 0. 10 seconds remaining here in our first quarter. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. And Adam, we're going to be quiet for a minute because I believe there might be some audio on that video, but let's take a look at some highlights courtesy of Mr. Jose Garcia from azpreps365.com on that 28-27 victory out there last night at Millennium. We'll be right back. Back to live action. First down and 10 now for the Chargers. Lamont, pressure comes. It's almost complete. Number 13, Celeste Shaggy was the intended target. We've reached the end of our first quarter. The Eastmark Firebirds 14 and the Ben Franklin Chargers 0. Stay with us. Second quarter action coming up next from Eastmark High School here in Mesa.
I love Sky Zone because it's the most fun.
I love Sky Zone because it is the greatest workout.
I can jump off the walls and fly with my friends. Most fun.
It gets my heart rate pumping. It tones all my muscles. You can burn 1,000 calories an hour.
Most fun.
Greatest workout!
Most fun. Greatest workout.
Most fun!
Greatest workout.
Jump into fun and fitness at Sky Zone, the original indoor trampoline park.
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily. It's that tradition of unwavering quality since 1982 that our customers have grown to love and why we have been named Best Wings time and time again. Come visit our newest location at 95th Avenue and Camelback in Glendale. Epic Wings, proud supporter of Thursday Night Football on the Epic Sports Network.
Whether you're looking to burn calories or are on the path to earning your black belt, there is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Folks, welcome back to Eastmark High School. The hometown Firebirds up 14-0 on the Ben Franklin Chargers. Chargers back on offense, James.
Ben Franklin now back to throw. Lamont to the air. It's complete just across the 30-yard line. On the reception for Ben Franklin, Caitlin Skinner and Sophia Garces on the stop that time for Eastmark. Picked up a couple yards there and moving the football closer to pay dirt.
That was a good catch by Skinner. She had to bobble the football first, but she was able to bring it in, had enough wherewithal, enough focus to be able to catch that football, even though it was up in the air. She caught it, knowing defenders were coming after her. Great effort there by number 17.
Ball sets at the 34-yard line now. Third down here for Ben Franklin. Lamont from the shotgun. The snap. Blocker stays in. She rolls out to her left. She's under pressure. Tries to go upfield with it. It falls incomplete. Trying to find Evelyn Papa, but just too much pressure from the black jerseys of the Eastmark Firebirds and really nowhere to go with the football that time.
Yeah, you love that pressure from Eastmark to get after the quarterback, force her, flush her out to her left, and then back to her right, forcing an incompletion because that pressure was all up in her. And it's hard to make a completion when you've got a big defender like that coming after you.
I love to see these defenses, too, playing really aggressive here and really getting after the quarterback. You know, some of the blockers able to stay in there, but the defense just all-out assault. Fourth down now. Lamont from the shotgun under immediate pressure, squares the feet once again, goes out to the far side. It falls incomplete. Caitlin Skinner was the only receiver in the area. And I dare say she was blanketed there by Alana Taylor for the Eastmark Firebirds.
Yeah, Alana's that's a big girl out there. She pushed that pressure on her. 2 straight plays that she was back on pressure on Lamont, forcing her out and forcing an incompletion.
Taylor, a senior for Coach Nick Garces. Assistant coach, defensive coordinator Hunter Galish also getting things done on the Eastmark coaching side of things. Turnover on downs now. Back to work go the Firebirds. Looking to throw over the middle. It's complete. Brought down at the 31-yard line.
So something fun about girls flag football, again, this sport, all these different rules that I really like, is the introduction of the double pass. Yes, at some point tonight, hopefully we'll see the double pass where, the quarterback can throw to their slot receiver and still be behind the line of scrimmage and still make another pass. Something that was kind of introduced in the XFL this year. Super fun to watch, and I'm super glad that is one of the rules introduced in this sport.
An interesting formation here now. A little bit of a wildcat type of deal. Breaking inside, and out she goes on the scamper, Braylon Scheremeyer. And we had the pleasure of having her out at Epic Wings for our scheduled release show back in June.
Yes.
And I was excited to watch her get on the field, and we're finally getting to see that here tonight.
Did you see her kick those afterburners in, James? Scheremeyer, once she got the football, she got out to the left side. She knew she had space, but she had to really kick it in and kick it into another level of speed to even get further out there so she can maneuver and get down the field. Great job by Scheremeyer to kick it into another level.
Just weaving her way through traffic there. Looking to throw now. Kalama's going to run it herself. And spotted just shy of the goal line, all the way down to the 2-yard line. And how about the positive yardage right there for quarterback Mike Kalama?
When you see that much green and you've got Maya Kalama and there's nobody around her, usually bad things like that happen when she gets a long run, setting them up in great field position, first and goal, pretty much right at the goal line, close to it.
Kalama now once again. She's back to throw. She looks towards the end zone, goes to the air. She's got a receiver, and it falls incomplete. Heartbreak right there. Mac McGibbon wide open in the end zone. The junior, unfortunately, unable to haul it in. But now the Firebirds are set up with a very nice 3rd and goal right here, leading 14-0, just about little over 8 minutes remaining in our first half. She looks to her right, throws. It's complete and into the end zone for the touchdown. One more score for the Eastmark Firebirds. And I am trying to confirm that number, Ed. Number 10 it is on the reception. Braylon Schermeyer. We just talked about her a moment ago, and she adds a touchdown to her season total.
2 on the night for her from Kalama.
On for the PAT now. It's actually going to be Schermeyer who's going to stay on and bang that right through the uprights. A 21-0 lead out here at Eastmark High School with 8:02 remaining in our first half. Stay with us. We'll take a short commercial timeout and return for more special Wednesday night edition of Thursday Night Football here on the Epic Sports Network. Stay with us. More to come right after this.
We love our house. Been here for years.
Yeah, but there's an animal in the attic. At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
We save a lot.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Welcome back to Eastmark High School. A sack in the backfield on Olivia Lamont.
Kaylee Markle on that sack.
Kaylee Markle, that's right. The sophomore getting in there in a hurry and put down a TFL for her. Some of these Eastmark Firebirds really filling up the stat sheet here tonight, Ed.
Yeah, you just see the relentless pressure. Every play, Eastmark, that defense is coming after Olivia Lamont.
2nd down now from their own 25-yard line. So glad you joined us here tonight on the Epic Sports Network. We will be off tomorrow evening due to this game being on Wednesday night. And then we got the Friday night red zone for you coming up Friday night as the Ben Franklin Chargers and Evelyn Papa off to the races. The running back getting out the gate there on the far side, Ed, and she almost broke loose for a big gain up the sideline.
Nice run right there. Desperately, when you're down 21-0, you need a big play like that to get your offense into a rhythm. Hopefully, at least for Ben Franklin's perspective, they can continue to roll that and maybe into a score, but they needed that run, big run.
Ball sits at the 36-yard line now. Lamont's got one flank to her left. Here's the shotgun snap. She swings it out. It's complete across the 40 and out near the 45-yard line before she's finally brought down. And that will be a 1st down and 10 now for the Ben Franklin Chargers from their own 46. A nice gainer there for the squad clad in white this evening with their white jerseys and blue shorts with the blue numbers. And then you got Eastmark in the all-black look. They've got you want to call that, I believe they call it Texas orange down the side right there, Ed, with the teal numbers trimmed in white. Both good-looking uniforms out here tonight for these ladies.
Yes.
Eastmark might have some of the best regular football uniforms in the state as well. Talk about their girls having some fire uniforms.
I'm liking it. The pylon's not looking too bad out here at Eastmark tonight either. Lamont brought down in the backfield, courtesy of Kaylee Markle, and Markle once again on the hunt there for the Firebirds.
Kaylee Markle's made a couple good plays on this drive defensively for Eastmark.
She has indeed on this. Yeah, she's been in there almost every play, at least forcing a bit of uncomfortableness, if nothing else, there in the backfield.
Yeah, you've got to love her motor if you're Nick Garces, the head coach of Eastmark.
Second down here for the Chargers from their own 44. Lamont thought about a run, and she lost her footing there in the backfield. You can officially put the sack down, if you will, there for Kaylee Markle once again, who's providing pressure there again for those Firebirds.
With her height and her,
it's the Kaylee Markle show here tonight.
Yeah, it is the Kaylee Markle show. With her height and her relentlessness to get to the quarterback. That's why the quarterback. That's why Lamont had to fall down, because you got a big defensive target coming at you.
Third down here, possession play. Olivia Lamont in the shotgun now. She gets the snap, drops back, climbs the pocket, goes to the air, and the receiver falls down. Looks like the intended target that time was Madeline Falls, who plays wide receiver and also punts as well for Ben Franklin.
Again, number 18, back in the backfield, just forcing Lamont out there. She has to try to roll out, avoid another flag being yanked away from number 18, and she has to just throw it up there, and just it was incomplete because of that pressure. It is just every single play, Marco's back in the backfield trying to make something happen.
This is that time of the game, Ed, back in the day when you'd get your face mask grabbed if you weren't blocking somebody like that was just screaming through that line every time, and coach might give you an earful. The punt is away, fielded inside the 20 now for Eastmark. They pitch it back, a little lateral, and finally stopped on the play by Abby Papa. That was Taylor Emke on the return, the senior there for Eastmark. And they're going to have pretty good field position once again here to start this drive.
I like that lateral part in girls flag football that you can put in there. That makes it really cool, right, Adam?
Yeah, absolutely. It adds for a little bit more of a texture to the game. It's
yes.
just something you won't expect. Kind of like how Navy might come out, run your triple option. You don't know where it's going to go, if they're going to pitch it out. So it's always fun to see. I'm still waiting for that double pass, though.
Oh, hey, we might get it before, like you said, before the night's over. Eastmark now back to work from their own 22, we'll call it.
Loving this lightning show we've got so far here out in the distance.
It is in the distance. Let's just keep it that way
Yeah.
at least for about 2 more hours or
Yes.
so, right? First down and 10 Firebirds. The shotgun snap. Kalama. She's going to swing it out. It's complete into the flat with a head of steam. That was Kinsley McCarty on the reception, stopping the play by Alyssa Castaneda.
That's the thing with Kalama. You have no idea where she wants to go, left or right. So the defenders are like, okay, are you going to left or right? What are we going to defend? She had two defenders on her, but she was still able to roll out and make that completion. Great job by Kalama.
Super athletic as she goes to the air now. It's complete. Stopped immediately on the play by Kalani Lund.
My Kalama, too. We talk about her, how great she's been tonight. The second-ranked player, according to Richard Obert in AZ Central, for girls flag football this season. So super fun to see.
Once again, Eastmark with a positive gain there. Berkeley Farnstrom on the reception. The sophomore getting it done there for Eastmark and Coach Garces.
Boy, I'll tell you, Kalama must love being in this offense. She has endless talent to throw the football to, right, JP?
She does. I mean, you pick your poison if you're the Chargers defense, right, against this Eastmark offense. We mentioned that thrilling victory out here, and something we haven't talked about, guys. These ladies were just still playing football 24 hours ago right now.
Yes, they were. 2 tight games.
Kalama flips it out to the right side. I like the play call right there, Coach G. Ooh, breaking ankles there at the 50-yard line. Finally stopped on the play by Avery Earl, but what a scamper there by Eastmark. My goodness. Get them into open space, and anything is possible.
Yes. Yep.
2-minute warning. We've reached a 2-minute warning here in East Mesa. We'll step aside and take a brief timeout and return for the final 2 minutes of half number 1 here in girls flag. Actually, we're going to keep it right here. That was the quickest 2-minute warning I've ever seen. My Kalama back to work. She goes to the air, It's incomplete. The intended target appeared to be Kinsley McCarty. Gentlemen, have you ever seen a faster 2-minute warning?
It's like playing Madden. You just kind of skip through
Right, you just skip through the 2-minute warning.
Hell, we're right back from halftime. Jeez.
And we're back. Remember that bit from Jimmy Fallon when he was back on Saturday Night Live? He did that little radio bit?
Yep.
That was pretty funny. And we're back.
That was before my time.
It was.
Oh,
Second down now.
See?
I think you were here, Adam.
These young kids.
Well, I might have,
These young folks, James.
something like that.
Come on now.
Yeah, but they do have some benefits, Ed, as we
Mhm.
talked about earlier.
There is benefits of youth.
Not as so many creaks in the old bones there.
Yep.
Second down here for Eastmark. Kalama looking to clarify things with the sideline and the offensive coordinator, Coach Nick Garces. Red Mountain looking pretty tough as well this season. They'll head out to play in the Honor Bowl this weekend out in California. Penalty flags on the play, and the early indication is false start.
Yep.
So glad you joined us here this evening, folks, on the Epic Sports Network. We are so honored to be here tonight for a very special night of girls flag football. This game originally was supposed to take place on Thursday night, but there was a schedule conflict with the fellas here. So I said, hey, how about we do it on Wednesday night, give the ladies their own night, and instead of kicking this thing off at 5, let's kick it off at 7 when maybe it won't be quite 150 outside.
And it feels great outside. A little too much bugs in here, but
We'll deal with it.
Yeah, it's okay.
Second down for Eastmark from just inside Chargers territory. Clock runs a 1:40 and counting here in the first half. Kalama now looks to throw. She's going to run it herself, cuts it back inside, eludes defenders, and finally brought down at the 40-yard line. And the defensive persistence there on display from Emily Davis. A nice job not giving up on the play right there from Davis.
And she got good blocking. Kalama did, allowing her to get free, to get out to the right side and make those crazy athletic moves. Just great individual one-on-one effort by Kalama to get out there and get those yards and the first down.
First down and 10 now, or first down for Eastmark. I'm so used to saying that. It's going to take a little bit here. Under a minute to go here in our first half. Coach Garces milking the clock right here. Kalama now from the shotgun. She goes to the air. Just outside the arms of the intended target, Braylon Schermeyer. The clock is stopped with 44 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Well, Captain Obvious reporting that something has to happen with the Ben Franklin defense to stop another potential scoring drive with 44 seconds to go, because Kalama cannot be stopped right now. She is taking her girls right down the field.
She is. She's having her way right now with this Eastmark offense on this Ben Franklin defense. But as we know, Ed, halftime adjustments coming up here, and these coaches will get in there and get on that whiteboard. Kalama now gets the shotgun snap.
Great
and
rush.
She is dropped in the backfield. How about that? Adelie Trujillo also plays a little QB there for the Ben Franklin Chargers, but that time she was rushing from the defensive end and running the hoop.
Wow, I guess I'm in Adelie's ear, huh? I said some plays had to be made, and Trujillo made a play getting off the block and getting that sack.
You got the bat phone down there to the sideline for Adelie Trujillo. A timeout on the field, 30 seconds remaining here in our first half. We'll keep it right here as we get ready for the halftime break. And an exciting game here. Unfortunately for Ben Franklin, it's been all Eastmark so far. But you know what? That's going to happen, especially in the first season of football for a lot of these ladies. And good stuff here. Hold on. Let me get in my seat here for just a second.
There we are.
Adam wants to get us on camera.
Bring the camera a little bit closer. There we go.
There we go.
There
How
we
about
go.
that? How's that right there? I'm sitting way too low on our end. There we go.
There we go.
That's more like it. Here we go. We welcome you inside the broadcast booth here for just a brief moment here. 21-0. The Eastmark Firebirds on top of the Ben Franklin Chargers. My pal, Mr. Ed Cole, alongside our talented Epic Sports Network production team tonight. It's a fun night out here. Girls flag football, they're getting it underway. And finally, Ed, it's an officially sanctioned AIA sport.
Yeah, James, as you mentioned, a historic night out here in Mesa for Eastmark and Ben Franklin to get this together. Eastmark had a tough game last night out in Goodyear. They beat Millennium 28-27. And Ben Franklin beat Mojave last night as well, 14-13. So both of these teams are 1-0 coming into this contest.
Kalama now looks to throw. She goes up top once again. It falls incomplete. There was a couple Firebirds in the area. Berkeley Farnstrom was probably the closest one to the football, but Ben Franklin tightly covering that time on the wide receivers.
That's exactly what you need to do. Your defensive backs need to blanket those wide receivers, stick to them like glue, and when they see that football coming, get their hand up there and knock that football away. And that's exactly what they did on that play. You see Ben Franklin's defense tightening up now on this drive with 24 seconds left before the half.
It's all about the reps. It's all about the reps. The ball rests at the 46-yard line. Kalama now from the shotgun. 24 seconds on the clock. She's going to go to the air. She loads up. It's almost intercepted. Avery Earl had it in the breadbasket. A penalty flag flies. We'll check the laundry on the field. But that was almost a pick and almost a spark plug there for that Ben Franklin team.
Still more great defense back in that secondary. You like to see from Coach Lucy. He wants to see what his defense is able to do, and they're playing really well so far in this drive.
So the penalty assessed to Ben Franklin. It'll bring up a first down now for Eastmark. And they'll have maybe another crack or two at the end zone here with 18 seconds remaining in our first half. Kalama now sets up. The chain gang gets down the field. We're ready to go. Shotgun snap. She looks to throw. The protection holds. She's got a receiver. It's complete at the 15-yard line and into the end zone for the touchdown. How about that? Taylor Emke. She got open, outran the defensive backs, and then it was just a touch pass over the top from Kalama.
Kalama just looks. She's got the protection. She moves to her left just a little bit and sees that Taylor Emke is out there. She's got that separation. She's got that mismatch out there, and she just lofts the football up to the 5'3" senior. She makes the catch and gets free from the defensive backs and into the end zone. Great throw from Kalama to Emke.
Emke also ranked as one of the top players in the state at number 12 by AZ Central, had more than 50 catches for nearly 900 yards and 12 touchdowns last spring. Love to see it.
Unbelievable. I mean, these ladies have been playing so much football over the past, 6-8 months or so?
Yeah.
Getting ready for this inaugural season, if you will, here in the fall. And now they're going to be playing on Tuesdays and Thursday nights. And then I understand there's also going to be another spring season. Is that correct?
I'm not entirely sure on that one, but I think I have seen some stuff about that. And so I think just the overall joy and support that this sport is getting from all over the state and even the country too, just to see the recognition it's getting is really cool.
And it's only going to continue to grow too, JP and Adam.
Yeah, you saw last night Mountain Point and Mountain View out in Mesa at the home of the Toros. They had Kyler Murray, K1, out there from the Arizona Cardinals flipping the coin. And it's great to see everybody on board, and it's great to see these ladies being able to play a lot of football like I talked about and really kind of maybe make up for some lost time and kind of get things up to speed.
Absolutely.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah.
First down and 10 here for Ben Franklin. 9 seconds remaining here. One, maybe two more shots right here for Lamont, and she's going to take a knee and go into the locker room with a 21-0 deficit here, or 28-0, deficit here at the half. So glad you joined us here this evening on the Epic Sports Network. Stay with us. Halftime festivities coming up next, and we will see you back here in about 8 minutes. That'll be a pretty quick halftime here on the Epic Sports Network. We like it. It can be quicker than that 2-minute warning we had a little bit earlier.
You got that right.
Halftime here from Eastmark, 28-0 Firebirds over the Ben Franklin Chargers. James Poovey alongside my broadcast partners, Mr. Ed Cole and Adam Beadle. We'll see you here in just a couple minutes. Stay with us.
We love our house. Been here for years.
Yeah, but there's an animal in the attic.
Drum!
At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
We save a lot.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily. It's that tradition of unwavering quality since 1982 that our customers have grown to love and why we have been named Best Wings time and time again. Come visit our newest location at 95th Avenue and Camelback in Glendale. Epic Wings, proud supporter of Thursday Night Football on the Epic Sports Network.
I'm Marty Smith, and I'm a host and reporter for ESPN. When this opportunity came my way to become a member of Pit Boss Nation, I just started laughing, honestly. I started laughing because I was like, first of all, it fits right in my wheelhouse, but second, it's another way to build community. So I'm ready to crank that thing up.
Welcome back to CIF Red Zone. It is Championship Friday across the CIF Southern section. We're going to take you out to downtown Los Angeles, where the host Loyola Cubs in the Division IV Championship have just made it a one-possession game against top seed San Juan Hills. And an interesting decision here with 4:52 left on the fourth quarter clock. Loyola has 2 timeouts. Looks like the Cubs are going to go for an onside kick. Oh, my goodness, and they get it. John Jones, the first-year head coach, the old riverboat gambler. Loyola tries the onside kick, and they get it at home with 4:48 left. And after making it a one-possession game, touchdown and extra point for Loyola might give them a late lead. Let's take another look at this. How about the bounce it takes just before the midfield stripe? And that's Ronnie Johnson, the NC State commit on special teams. Of course, such a great wide receiver. Got his hands on it, did not let go. And Loyola, it was a gamble for sure with that much time on the clock. But they recover the onside kick. We'll get you back out there if the Cubs make their way inside the 20. Let's go to West Hills, the blue turf at Chaminade, where the 14th ranked team out of Division II is giving #1 Sierra Canyon all they can handle. But here's Dave Jones on the punt return, and the Trailblazers might just add on to their lead. Looks like they will. Well, he is so explosive. How many times have we cut in this season and seen this guy take it to the end zone? On offense, on special teams. We'll get you back out there if things get interesting. Division III championship. For all the talk we've heard about these two offenses, about halfway through the first quarter, they're scoreless. And this is a 4th and goal for Corona Del Mar. Chase Garbers, the quarterback, on his way to Washington after the season. And known for his arm, but he runs in the first score in that D3 championship. So on 4th and goal, seeing a couple of teams here in the championship take some risky opportunities, and they've paid off. Now to the Division I championship. Everybody wants to know what's going on at Cerritos College tonight. Not only are these the top 2 teams in California, but the top 2 teams in the country. Of course, the rematch, Modern Day 1 in the regular season. Bryce Young, the Alabama commit, boy, showing off his arm, and that's Quincy Craig, the running back. Bruce Rawlinson has dialed up some interesting things this season with the stable of running backs he has. And the Monarch fans are going to get to celebrate first. Boy, that's a quick score there. Less than a minute in. Modern Day, their high-powered offense flexing their muscle to take the early lead over St. John Bosco. You better believe we're going to be checking in on that a whole lot as the night progresses.
With 6 Valley locations, Burrito Express is your place to go for the best burrito in town. This is Burrito Express.
Burrito Express has been your local burrito joint since 1995, but hey, don't just take our word for it. Ask the mayor of Arizona High School football himself.
Chicken Burrito Supreme, that is my go-to. Can't go wrong with Burrito Express.
Burrito Express, a proud supporter of Thursday Night Football right here on the Epic Sports Network.
Okay. We're going to Rudy's barbecue, doesn't it? We welcome you back here to Eastmark High School in East Mesa, the special edition of Wednesday night girls flag football here on the Epic Sports Network. So glad you joined us this evening. We're doing a little three-man booth here tonight.
Yeah.
Mr. Adam Beadle joining us here, our producer, who is doubling now with a little bit of commentary. Boys, a fun night out here at Eastmark, and excited to see these ladies come out here and really play some competitive football. I mean, the score right now doesn't lend to that, but they're both out here giving it all.
I think overall, just with the whole situation, with girls flag football now being official as of yesterday and kicking into the season, just the atmosphere, and we were talking about it at halftime, we've got a good crowd out here, considering, it's one of the first games and Eastmark's first home game. It's very cool to see, and I think just the fact that this whole thing is turning into what is, I know for sure, is going to be a really big thing and a really cool thing, and it's just been super great to see how it's rolled out so far.
And it's only going to get bigger. This is just exciting. The fast pace of the game, it just continually moves. And speaking of fast pace, we are now in a mercy rule.
Yes.
Folks, we just found out 28-0 is the mercy rule, so the clock will continue to run in the second half. But it is exciting to see these young ladies show off their talents, and we're happy to give them their flowers.
Absolutely right, and we're excited to be here tonight. We were talking about it as well here just a moment ago. We got two more girls flag football games coming up this season on the Epic Sports Network. The first one up next is going to be Marana down the Tigers from down south of Pima County coming up to battle the Mountain Point Pride. And then we'll go out west side, out to Ed's neighborhood out there in Avondale.
Yes, sir.
And we'll have the Canyon View Lady Jaguars and the Desert Edge Scorpions later on in the season. So at least two more girls flag football games coming up for you here this season on the Epic Sports Network.
It's going to be a whole lot of fun. Can't wait. We've also got a great slate of regular Thursday night boys games coming up too the rest of the season. And, just glad to be back in football season overall.
Pop that schedule up there again, will you, real quick, Adam? Next week, where are we headed next week, gentlemen? Break it down for them.
So next week we will be at Central and Dobson, September 7th.
Hey, you're going to be on the call of that one. That's right.
Very excited to be on the call for that game.
Nice.
And then following up the rest of September, we got Skyline at North Canyon, McClintock at Saniga, and Marana at Mountain Point. That is the girls flag football game we were just discussing.
Yeah, we got some good games coming up, and I'm excited to go all around it. And thanks as well to Mr. Craig Luschner and everybody here at Eastmark for having us out once again this season. We had a great time out here last year, an overtime thriller as the Eastmark boys faced off against ALA Gilbert North and Mr. Adam DeMonte. But then Eastmark had the last laugh, if you will, winning that 3A state championship last season.
Two state champions. ALA Gilbert North going on to win their state championship.
That's right.
And then Eastmark going on to win their 3A state championship. Both schools moving up into their higher divisions. Eastmark now in 4A, ALA Gilbert North now in 5A. So that sounded like a great matchup.
Yeah, it was. It really good stuff. So we're excited to keep things going here from Eastmark. We're about ready for half number 2 here on the Epic Sports Network. So glad you joined us this evening. Make sure and let everybody know this game is available to watch on demand as well. We hope these ladies go home and do just that.
This is what we talked about at the very, very beginning of the game. There are only 2 kickoffs in the girls flag football game, one before the game starts and then one after halftime.
So here is that after halftime kick. It's away. It takes a little Eastmark bounce, and then we have a penalty flag fly up. So we'll check the laundry on the field here. And once again, we are in a running clock situation once we have that first snap of the drive.
Yeah, fellas, it's been the My Kalami show so far, right? She's been responsible for all 4 touchdowns, 2 to Braylon Shearmeyer. She had a touchdown run of her own. Kalama did, and she connected up with Taylor Emke on that 4th touchdown to make it 27-0. Then they kicked the extra point, of course, for 28-0.
And how about My Kalama's stats from last spring? 2,000 passing yards, completing 65% of her passes with 27 touchdowns in an undefeated season for the Firebirds.
Wow, how about that? And you talked about the outstanding spring that these ladies had, getting to really hone their skills, and because this game of football, it takes time. We talk about it all the time. It's the ultimate team game, and you've got to have that time to bond with your teammates and really get on the same page as far as timing with your receivers and snap counts, and there's a lot of stuff that goes into it.
It's so impressive to see Kalama and her ladies just continue to grow on the fly, right, James?
Yes. So we have reset the football here, I believe. Oh, they're going to back them up a couple of yards.
Looks like we might have had a false start on the kickoff.
All right, so now it's going to be back to the 35-yard line, and once again, Schiermeyer will set up for the kick. Two receivers back deep for Ben Franklin. The kick is away. Fielded at the 28-yard line. Some room to run through the traffic and finally stopped as she crossed the 40-yard line out to the 41. So that is where Ben Franklin will go back to work. That was Jaylee Alvin on the return there, the senior, or correction, that was Madeline Falls. My mistake, wrong team, wrong 19 there on the return for Ben Franklin.
Oh, you like to see Falls. She got that full head of steam. Once she got that football, didn't she take off really quickly, James, knowing every yard is paramount, especially when you're down 28. You've got to get down that field as quickly as possible.
And you love to see the decisiveness right there. That's one of the keys
yes.
in this game of football. You got to make that decision, and you got to go with it right now. The ball rests at the 41-yard line for Ben Franklin. They'll have their first offensive series of the second half. Olivia Lamont remains in at quarterback. She hands it off, coming near side. And brought down shy of midfield. A nice gain on the scamper there by Celeste Shaggy. Celeste Shag, my mistake. Shag on the carry that time. A nice gain on the play there for the Chargers. Out to the 49-yard line it goes. The clock runs with 10 minutes remaining here in our third quarter. Once again, a very nice crowd out here tonight for this football game, given the unseasonably warm temperatures outside this evening. Evelyn Papa on the carry there for Ben Franklin. Stopped on the play by Ella Dauscha. Out to the 45-yard line it goes. Third down possession play upcoming here for the Chargers.
Nice run by Papa. Gets the handoff from Lamont, and she goes and she just shoots off down that left side of their quote-unquote offensive line. They still have a third down situation, but a really good run by Papa.
Lamont breaks the huddle. Two receivers to each side. She climbs the pocket, goes far side with it, nearly intercepted. The intended target was Gabby Bingham, and in coverage there was Harley Lundquist, the senior for Eastmark, and she was blanketing the wide receiver that time.
Yeah, she was, and just the pass just lofted up. It stayed up in the air way too long, and that allowed Lundquist to get right under there, get with the wide receiver, and knock the football away. If she put a little bit more mustard on it, maybe she would have made the catch, but the fact that it stayed up there in the night for as long as it did, that allowed Lundquist to get over there and knock it away, force the incompletion.
Fourth down. Now they'll keep the offense on the field here. 2-by-2 on the outside once again for Olivia Lamont. Evelyn Papa stays in a block. Lamont's going to carry it herself across the 35, 30, room to run, 25, 20, 15, 10, and finally brought down on the play by Eastmark just before she got into the pay dirt area. On the stop, Sophia Garces for Eastmark, but not before an outstanding carry by Olivia Lamont, the quarterback, hurting them with the legs.
Yes, when you're down 28-0, you've got this first drive in the third quarter. You need a big play like that, and that's exactly what Lamont delivered for her football team, getting them down there in goal-to-goal situations. I would assume in girls flag football, this is a goal situation, first and goal.
First and goal indeed now for Ben Franklin on the march here. Papa flank to her right. Lamont now in the shotgun. Two receivers to each side. The snap, she rolls to her right, back the other way with it now. She's going to tuck it and run and into the end zone for the first score of the night for Ben Franklin. Quarterback Olivia Lamont on the scamper.
Great run by Lamont, avoiding pressure, staying elusive. Elusivity, the word we like to use all the time, but she was able to stay alive in that pocket, avoid the pressure, see the open field, the middle part of the field was open, and she just scampered straight into the end zone for the touchdown. Great effort by Lamont to get her in the end zone for the score.
So it looks like they might try to go for 2 here. Nope, they're going to go for the PAT now. Lamont will be on to hold, and Madeline Falls on for the kick. There you see the special teams unit for Eastmark out there. All hands up. I like it. The snap, the hold, the kick is up.
That is cool.
And how about that? Right through the uprights.
That is cool.
A gorgeous PAT there, courtesy of Madeline Falls. Our score was 6:40 and counting here in the third quarter, 28-7, Firebirds on top of the Chargers.
Boy, fellas, you'd never see that in the NFL, would you? An entire defensive line with their arms up, shaking, trying to affect the kicker. That was really cool, though.
Trying to ice her a little bit there, maybe,
Yeah.
or something like that, right? You'd love to see it. Unbelievable. 28-7 our score now. Eastmark goes back on offense. Adam mentioned it earlier. Only 2 kickoffs per game here in girls flag football. One of those at the beginning of the game, the other one at the beginning of the second half.
Yeah, give credit for that Chargers offense right there, James. They get the opening drive in the third quarter, and they take it down the field and get a score. Cuts the lead to a 3-score deficit.
A lot more football to play here. Mac McGibbon into the ball game now for Eastmark. They're going to flip it out wide side. Mai Kalama with a flip to Taylor Emke. And Emke picking up a nice chunk there, a 5-yard gain on the play. Second down, I'm coming here for the Firebirds.
Just get yards, just get chunks at a time, right, James? Keep the defense on its heels and keep your offense moving. And, of course, the clock keeps moving at the same time.
3 yards in a cloud of dust.
In that case,
High
5
snap.
yards.
Kalama brings it. Yeah, right. A nice run on the play. A great head of steam there for Kinsley McCarty. And I tell you what, they don't want to get in their way there once she gets out to the edge. Finally stopped on the play by Brent Franklin's defense, but not until she gets all the way down to the Brent Franklin 47.
Well, that was a good piece of running by McCarty, right? She gets that ball, gets to the outside, and once she gets there, she is just determined to move the football down the field. Great run by McCarty.
Another one of those very decisive players for Coach Garces and the Firebirds.
And a great pull by Emily Davis, reaching out with the one hand, getting her as she was zooming right past.
First down. Now they check the wristbands. Make sure the correct play call is inserted here by Coach Garces. Kalama's ready for the shotgun snap now. She gets it, turns the other way, looks downfield, throws. It's complete. Room to run. Finally, the flags come down at the 37-yard line. Emily Davis on the stop there for Ben Franklin. That is good for an Eastmark Firebirds first down at the Ben Franklin 35.
Just the vision of Kalama to see the pressure coming on her left side, even though she had double coverage. She had 2 ladies back there blocking that defensive player, but she saw that and was able to roll out to the right, make that completion. Great vision and just forethought by Kalama to say, okay, there's nothing on the left side, so I've got to go to the right side and make a completion to my wide receiver.
Very heady play there indeed for Mai Kalama. They have one blocker staying in there. She was hiding there for a moment behind Mai Kalama. Kalama looks to throw, goes to the air. It's almost hauled in. There was going to be a big-time collision there between Taylor Emke and Avery Earl out there in the defensive backfield, and neither one of them able to come up with the football.
Yeah, it was still a collision, but luckily it wasn't as big as we thought it could have been.
Boy, if there were helmets out there, that would have been some full contact car crash action right there for you. We play on here as the clock winds with 3 minutes remaining here in our third quarter. Kalama now directing traffic from the shotgun. She gets the snap, play fake. She retreats, goes to the air. It falls incomplete. She had a safety valve there. I believe that was Ava Wheatley. Tried to dump it off to Wheatley, but unfortunately just a little bit too short of a pass.
Even though it was an incompletion, still you've got to love what Kalama's able to do. She again sees the pressure coming. She's got blockers, but she sees it coming and she just rolls out. She just just drifts back just a little bit to avoid that pressure, and she's able to survey the field and try to make the completion. Even though she didn't do it, it was still a great individual effort on her part to try to make that completion.
The Firebirds will shift over into the play call. Now they'll bring one across the formation in motion. They fake the handoff that way, come near side with it. This is Kinsley McCarty, room to run, cuts it back inside. They don't get the flags, and she's in there for the touchdown. Kinsley McCarty with a nifty bit of running there for the Eastmark Firebirds, and McCarty just continues to dominate here tonight for Eastmark.
Wow, the entire offense of Eastmark is dominating. McCarty with a great touchdown run. So it's two touchdown runs for Eastmark tonight.
34-7 our score here with the PAT pending. Schiermeyer on for the PAT.
What a great individual effort by McCarty on that touchdown run, right, James?
It was.
Got down, got away, got to the sidelines, and she was off to the races.
Beautiful form there for Braylon Schiermeyer. She knocks that right through the uprights. And the Firebirds of Eastmark High School lead the Ben Franklin Chargers by the score of 35-7. We'll take a short timeout and return for more second half action right here on the Epic Sports Network.
With 6 Valley locations, Burrito Express is your place to go for the best burrito in town. This is Burrito Express.
Burrito Express has been your local burrito joint since 1995, but hey, don't just take our word for it. Ask the mayor of Arizona High School football himself.
Chicken Burrito Supreme, that is my go-to. Can't go wrong with Burrito Express.
Burrito Express, a proud supporter of Thursday Night Football right here on the Epic Sports Network.
Kinsley McCarty with a long touchdown run, putting the Eastmark Firebirds up 35-7 on the Ben Franklin Chargers. 25 seconds. Of course, we're still in the running clock situation. Oh, I'm sorry. There we go. 15 seconds and counting as we head toward the fourth quarter. Ben Franklin Chargers, Olivia Lamont in the Chargers takeover on offense, James.
Lamont now goes through the air. Intercepted on the play, Taylor McCombs. And she picks one off there in the middle of the field. A great reception on the play there by McCombs. And the senior putting down an INT on her stat sheet here tonight. And Eastmark will once again go back on offense. We've reached the end of our third quarter. The fourth quarter coming up next here on the Epic Sports Network. Stay with us. More Wednesday night special Thursday night football edition of Girls Flag Football right here on ESN. Stay with us.
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily. It's that tradition of unwavering quality since 1982 that our customers have grown to love and why we have been named Best Wings time and time again. Come visit our newest location at 95th Avenue and Camelback in Glendale. Epic Wings, proud supporter of Thursday Night Football on the Epic Sports Network.
Whether you're looking to burn calories or are on the path to earning your black belt, there is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class that covers exactly what you're searching for. Kids, teens, and adults of all skill levels, ages, and walks of life have turned to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for decades. Contact Gracie Baja North Phoenix 480-887-8673 and sign up for your free trial class today.
Gracie Baja North Phoenix. Jiu-Jitsu for everyone.
We welcome you back to Eastmark High School here in East Mesa, the fourth and final quarter on the air here on the Epic Sports Network. The first girls flag football broadcast in history is there. You see the Eastmark Firebirds out the gate on the far side running the football with Sophia Garces, and she was stopped on the play there by Riley Hunter, the linebacker, and 2-4 coming up there and taking care of those flags in a hurry.
Trouble for Ben Franklin when you throw an interception, and this offense has been unstoppable. Eastmark up 35 points, and you hand the ball off to Sophia Garces, and she gashes the defense for another big run. Even though it's a second down, that was still a really strong run by Garces.
It was. Second down now here for Eastmark. Kalama and the Firebirds once again on the march. Penalty flags fly. They were trying to bring Braylon Schiermeyer across the formation, and early movement up front, says our AI officiating crew.
The question is, are there any holding calls in girls flag football, Adam?
So one rule that you'll see in girls flag football that's very similar to holding in a sense, because it has that same like almost demeanor or meaning, is flag guarding. It was a big thing you'll see.
Flag guarding.
If a girl is running and she puts her hand down as she's running when the girl goes to grab her flag, and
she's trying to cover her flag up.
Kind of, but sometimes a lot of times players don't mean to actually do it. It's just that motion of running.
The
They
arm
drop
motion.
their hands. The defender goes to pull the flag and misses because she hits her hand. That will cause a flag and will cause you to get some penalty yards.
Interesting. Kalama now with all kinds of time. She's thought about throwing up here to Ed Cole for a moment. It goes incomplete. I'm trying to get a number on that intended target on the far side. That was Kenna Volaro, the sophomore, out there in the vicinity of that football for Eastmark.
Yeah.
Third down upcoming here for the Firebirds. 9.5 minutes remaining in the contest.
Yeah, James, you mentioned all the time in the world for Kalama to sit back in the backfield. That is a defense's worst nightmare when you've got a young lady like that with the talent she has and all that time.
It's a defense's worst nightmare when your quarterback has that time in general. You never know.
Yes.
Running up.
And it's the defense's dream when the quarterback throws late over the middle as well.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yep.
Don't forget that. Third down now for Kalama. She goes to the air. It's too tall. The intended target, Braylon Schiermeyer, and we knew this combo was going to be effective here tonight, but I don't think we had any idea of how effective Kalama and Schiermeyer.
Yeah, to the tune of 2 touchdowns.
Fourth down now here for Eastmark. 8:45 and counting in a running clock situation. I've said it for a number of years. We might get the Canes by 9, and it might actually happen tonight.
I had Canes for lunch.
Did you?
I did.
Oh, goodness.
Kalama loads up, goes up top. The receiver able to haul it in under duress. And Barger hauls it in. She was under pressure there from Avery Earl, the strong safety.
Yeah, there was at least 2 or 3 ladies around Barger, but Kalama was able to look and see that she was there, just threw the football up in the air, and Barger was there to make the catch. Continues to extend the drive. First down at the 18-yard line?
Now, guys, I got a question for you here. Are these ladies wearing their jerseys to school on game day like the fellas do? I would imagine so, right?
I think they do, yeah.
I would hope so. A handoff now. Room to run, cutting it back up and not going to be denied into the end zone for the touchdown. How about that? Sophia Garces, they simply could not catch up to her.
As Eastmark continues to pour it on, right, James? Sophia Garces, great run. As you mentioned, she was not to be denied. She saw the defenders coming after her. She was able to shift and move her body in different directions where they couldn't get to the flag. Great effort by Garces to get into the end zone for the touchdown.
Stay with us here, folks. We will have the Burrito Express player of the game up here, hopefully in the broadcast booth with us following tonight's contest. Schiermeyer comes on and just continues to do everything for this Eastmark Firebirds football team. Six minutes and 50 seconds remaining here in our fourth quarter. The clock winds. 42-7 Firebirds on top of the Ben Franklin Chargers. And I think, Ed, we're safe to go ahead and announce that Burrito Express player of the game. Give it to him.
Yeah, I would be safe to say that Mai Kalami is our Epic Wings player of the game.
I think so as well. So we're going to try to do our best to get Miss Kalama up here in the broadcast booth, talk with her about her epic performance here tonight against these Ben Franklin Chargers.
Yes, just a great effort offensively and defensively for Eastmark to hold Ben Franklin to this point to 7 points, but also at the same time get 42 points. What a strong offense they have right there, led by Mai Kalama.
No, this staff here, Coach Nick Garces and Hunter Galish, have done a fantastic job with these ladies, and they are really playing some well-coached football.
This is a fun sport to watch. Girls flag football, isn't it, James?
It is fun.
I love playing it when I was a young lad, but to watch these ladies do it at an extremely higher level than I did, this is a lot of fun.
A high snap. That's going to be blown dead, it appears. And they're at quarterback now for Ben Franklin. It is Adelie Trujillo. So she's going to get a crack at it here in this fourth quarter. 5.5 minutes remaining here in the ball game. We remind you, coming up Friday night, the Friday Night Red Zone right here on the Epic Sports Network, the debut this Friday night, September 1st. We're on the air at 7 p.m., and we are going to have some fun. Make sure you're there. That's all I'm going to tell you. If you are home this Friday night and you're not out at one of the football games, or even if you are out at one of the football games on Friday night, turn on the Friday Night Red Zone. The attempt from Adelie Trujillo, she was trying to find Madeline Falls down the field. That falls incomplete. Third down upcoming here for the Chargers.
Clock continuing to run under 5 minutes. Trujillo, it was a good throw, but just wide of the wide receiver.
Just too far outstretched.
Yep, a little too far.
Third down now from their own 25-yard line here for the Ben Franklin Chargers. A reminder, next week, we head back east to Mesa, back to Mesa, I should say, for Central, the Bobcats, under the direction of Coach Chandler Hovick, heading out to face Coach Bill Gotzel and the Dobson Mustangs. Ed, we love going to Dobson.
Absolutely. And did you say that's the debut of Adam Beadle on play-by-play that night?
That is the debut of Adam Beadle. I'm going to sit over there in the producer's chair, sip my latte, as one of my good friends would say. And
Beetlejuice, you ready for that?
Yeah, dude, I'm ready for a full week of play-by-play. I've got Central at Dobson that Thursday, and then the next game I'm calling Basha Saguaro on the radio, Open Division rematch.
Yeah,
so,
buddy.
Wow.
Where can folks find your handiwork there, Mr. Beadle?
It's going to be a fun week.
Where's that broadcast going to be on?
88.7 The Pulse. You can find it on 887thepulse.com, or you can listen live on 88.7 FM. So
that's how you do it. He's already mastered the shameless plugs, Ed. Do you like that?
Absolutely.
It's got to be. That's part of the trade, my friend.
Absolutely. Free publicity?
Yes. It's the best publicity. Fourth down now for the Chargers. Trujillo rolls near side, sets the feet, flips the hip. She goes to the air. She's got a receiver. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Madeline Falls.
Wow. Great throw from Trujillo to Madeline Falls. She was able to make that completion, and once Falls caught that football, she was gone. Nobody else is going to catch her. Great throw by Trujillo. She sits back there, sees that number 19 is open, hits her on the pass. She makes the completion, makes the catch, and down the field for the score. They're still down 42-13, but still, there's still a little bit of life left, even though the clock is running. We're under 3 minutes to go, but still a great score there by Ben Franklin.
it's not.
Folks, we're back. 1:16 left to go. 42-13. Eastmark leads Ben Franklin. Long touchdown pass from Adelie Trujillo to Madeline Falls.
And special thanks to Sonia Tellez for manning the mothership at home tonight for us, getting you the highlights there out on Twitter. We appreciate you, Miss Tellez, doing a great job for us as always. Ed, under a minute to go here in the ball game. Can you believe it?
Looks like Eastmark is going to go to 2-0 on the season. Ben Franklin will fall to 1-1 on the young season.
A new quarterback in now for Eastmark. And you love to see the wide receiver, a veteran move right there. You saw Brixton Cooper, the sophomore, switch hands with that football, get that away from the defender. Very heady play there on an excellent reception from the quarterback. And I'm going to get you that young lady's number here in a second. We got a new QB in, at least for this last minute or so here, for the Firebirds. Can you see that number on her, gentlemen? I can't. She's got that orange headband on and the orange cleats rocking right there. I love it.
Only other QB listed on Eastmark's roster is number 16, Harley Lundquist.
That's her.
It is Harley? Okay.
Lundquist comes near side, complete across the 30-yard line. Elusive move there, eluding defenders and into the open space. She's off to the races. Alana Taylor. Will they get her? They finally do at the 30-yard line. But how about Taylor? She can't even believe it. A penalty flag on the play, and it could be coming back.
Even though the clock went to zeros, are they gonna call the game or do the penalty?
We will see. That's probably going to be the end of the ball.
They're going to call
They're going to call it. Yes. Yeah, he's picking up the flag.
So that is the ball game. Our final, the Eastmark Firebirds 42 and the visiting Ben Franklin Chargers 13. So glad to join us here tonight on the Epic Sports Network. Make sure and stay with us. We're going to go try to get Miss Maya Kalama up here in the broadcast booth and interview her a little bit after her epic performance here tonight on the field at Eastmark High School. Once again, the final score, 42-13. The Firebirds victorious over the Ben Franklin Chargers. Stay with us. The post-game show coming up next right here, presented by Burrito Express.
With 6 Valley locations, Burrito Express is your place to go for the best burrito in town. This is Burrito Express.
Burrito Express has been your local burrito joint since 1995, but hey, don't just take our word for it. Ask the mayor of Arizona High School football himself.
Chicken Burrito Supreme, that is my go-to. Can't go wrong with Burrito Express.
Burrito Express, a proud supporter of Thursday Night Football right here on the Epic Sports. Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily. It's that tradition of unwavering quality since 1982 that our customers have grown to love and why we have been named Best Wings time and time again. Come visit our newest location at 95th Avenue and Camelback in Glendale. Epic Wings, proud supporter of Thursday Night Football on the Epic Sports Network.
Whether you're looking to burn calories or are on the path to earning your black belt, there is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class that covers exactly what you're searching for. Kids, teens, and adults of all skill levels, ages, and walks of life have turned to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for decades. Contact Gracie Baja North Phoenix 480-887-8673 and sign up for your free trial class today.
Gracie Baja North Phoenix. Jiu-Jitsu for everyone.
Folks, welcome back here to Mesa. Eastmark wins over Ben Franklin 42-13. Ed Cole, Adam Beadle here. James Poovey is efforting to get down to the field to get Maya Kalama, our Epic Wings player of the game. She was phenomenal today. Adam, what were some of your takeaways from this game? For me, a great offensive performance for Eastmark, and for defense, for the defensive sake, to hold Ben Franklin to just 13 points. That's a phenomenal defensive effort as well.
Absolutely. Like you said, great offensive display from Eastmark today. Maya Kalama was just on fire, and she had her receivers. She was hitting her receivers. Lots of speed on this team. Really easily getting down the field on the defensive side, too. Their nose tackles. I know it's kind of weird to have a defensive line in flag football, but they did a great job of pressuring the quarterback and getting her there. Oh,
here's Maya. You want to take a break and we'll get Maya set?
Yep.
Okay. So, folks, we'll take a commercial break right here, get the young lady set here, our Epic Wings player of the game, and we'll have Maya Kalama in about a minute and a half or so.
With 6 Valley locations, Burrito Express is your place to go for the best burrito in town. This is Burrito Express.
Burrito Express has been your local burrito joint since 1995, but hey, don't just take our word for it. Ask the mayor of Arizona High School football himself.
Chicken Burrito Supreme, that is my go-to. Can't go wrong with Burrito Express.
Burrito Express, a proud supporter of Thursday Night Football right here on the Epic Sports Network.
I love Sky Zone because it's the most fun.
I love Sky Zone because it is the greatest workout.
I can jump off the walls and fly with my friends. Most fun.
It gets my heart rate pumping. It tones all my muscles. You can burn 1,000 calories an hour.
Most fun.
Greatest workout.
Most fun. Greatest workout.
Greatest workout! Jump into fun and fitness at Sky Zone, the original indoor trampoline park.
At Precision Air and Plumbing, we understand that we're all using our homes in ways we never have before. And we are dedicated to making sure that your air conditioning and plumbing are working at peak efficiency no matter what you're doing. When you make the precision decision, you can trust that we're going to hold ourselves to a higher standard and above all, operate with integrity. We're going to protect your comfort with the longest, most comprehensive warranties available, guaranteed. Give us a chance to earn your business. Visit us today at precisionailandplumbing.com.
We welcome you back here on the Epic Sports Network. We are pleased now to be joined by quarterback for the Eastmark Firebirds and the Burrito Express player of the game, Mai Kalama. Mai, we had the chance of meeting you back in June over at Epic Wings in Glendale for the schedule release show. We've been looking forward to watching you come out here and do your thing with your ladies, and you guys really dominated here tonight. Talk about your team's performance.
I think we really stepped up. We played Millennium last night, and our defense kind of struggled, but they picked it up today, and I think we did really well.
Mai, what was it like going 2 separate nights, having 2 really contested football games? As you mentioned, you were in Goodyear last night, had to come back here against a really good Ben Franklin team, just back-to-back nights of football. How was that for you?
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot, but like, I knew we could handle it. Our coach wouldn't have scheduled us back-to-back games if he didn't think we could handle it, and I think we did handle it really well, and we executed, so.
And how about the turnout tonight? There a really good crowd on hand here tonight here to support you ladies, and everybody looked like they had a great time out on the field.
Yeah, this was probably one of our biggest crowds, and that's good because our first game, so hopefully we can get more people. But yeah, the turnout was good.
I wanted to piggyback off that question that Ed said. You know, we talked about it on the game 24 hours ago. We're sitting there watching. You guys were still playing football out there. Now, what was there anything different about today's preparation, or was it just kind of business as usual?
Kind of business as usual, I would say. We practiced Monday, game yesterday. We rested after school today, another game.
And now will you guys come out here tomorrow night and watch the guys get after it?
Yep, we are.
All right, that'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Kai, talk about your offense. You got Braylon Schiermeyer,
Yeah.
Kinsley McCarty had a touchdown run, Sophia Garces had a touchdown run. You had a touchdown run. You hooked up with Braylon on 2 touchdowns. Talk about this offense and all the weapons that you have, including yourself as a weapon.
Yes, we do have a lot of offensive weapons. We have some good running backs that can move, so they get open. They dodge the flags. They're doing good. We got some good receivers. We also got Taylor Emke. She's a really good receiver.
Yes.
Braylon Schiermeyer, we got her, and then we got our wideouts, Mac and Abby. They did really good too.
I mean, Sophia Garces out there. You have so many weapons at your disposal. It's really unbelievable. How have you guys been attacking this season? Because it's a little tough to find tape on some of these teams. Some teams are really just now getting started. And how do you guys prepare? What's the process there?
We did summer sevens, so we kind of just use film from that because it is hard to get film from other teams since we're just joining the 5A. So we study our film mostly, and then we just kind of hope we'll watch their teams as they warm up. Hopefully we can get a little bit of a read.
Yeah, sure.
Figure it out as we go, I guess.
Mai, are you surprised at how quickly your sisterhood and your bond has grown over these first 2 games? Because it looks like you guys were in complete synchronization tonight.
No, yeah. We definitely got close really fast, especially last season helped us a lot because a lot of us kind of were already friends. So we just were like, oh, you playing football? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So we all got close really fast, which is good for the team, like chemistry.
Get even tighter, right?
Yeah.
Never hurts.
Yeah.
And how's it been playing for Coach Garces? He's done a lot to get you guys ready for this step here
He's
tonight.
a really good coach. He helps us a lot. He knows a lot of us individually, so he knows how to help us come together as a team and overall play good. Like, he's a really good coach.
Outstanding stuff. The Eastmark Firebirds getting the win here tonight. A victorious celebration tonight in the locker room for Eastmark. They get the win over the Ben Franklin Chargers. Thanks for joining us here tonight. The Burrito Express player of the game, Mai Kalama, here joining us in the postgame show. Stay with us. We're going to step aside for a brief moment and wrap up the postgame show here from Eastmark High School in Mesa. Once again, the final score tonight, the Eastmark Firebirds getting the victory 35-14.
Actually, 42-13.
42-13,
Yeah.
my mistake.
Don't short them
That's
a
why I was trying
touchdown,
to look out
James.
and refresh my memory there, Ed. Sorry about that.
Don't
We'll
short
step
my
aside
girls a touchdown. Come on now.
and come back here and wrap up the post-game show right after this. Stay
We
with
love
us.
our house. Been here for years.
Yeah, but there's an animal in the attic. At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
We save a lot.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily. It's that tradition of unwavering quality since 1982 that our customers have grown to love and why we have been named Best Wings time and time again. Come visit our newest location at 95th Avenue and Camelback in Glendale. Epic Wings, proud supporter of Thursday Night Football on the Epic Sports Network.
I'm Marty Smith, and I'm a host and reporter for ESPN. When this opportunity came my way to become a member of Pit Boss Nation, I just started laughing, honestly. I started laughing because I was like, first of all, it fits right in my wheelhouse, but second, it's another way to build community. So I'm ready to crank that thing up.
Folks, we're back here in Mesa at Eastmark High School. Eastmark big winners tonight, 42-13 over the Chargers of Ben Franklin. Of course, we had our Epic Wings player of the game, Miss Maya Kalama, on. She was phenomenal tonight, fellas. What more can you say about her effort and, of course, the defensive effort to only hold Ben Franklin to 13 points?
You know, you talked about it, Ed. They played really good offense, obviously putting up a lot of points on the board, but the defense was right there matching the intensity the whole time.
What did you see, Adam? What some of your takeaways?
You know, I think Eastmark just continuing to dominate. They had a really great season last year, went undefeated in the spring when, you know, it wasn't a sport yet. And now that we're in an official sanctioned sport, just seeing sort of some of the same, you know, just domination we saw last season from Eastmark and seeing that carry over and the chemistry. We talked about it with May post game. And, you know, it's just great to see these teams and these girls work together.
And as good as they were tonight, they'll only get better.
Yes.
We talked about the bond and the sisterhood that they've built over 2 games. Just imagine what they're going to be at the end of the season if they all stay healthy and Maya continues to play at a high level like she has, and that defense can be as ferocious tonight all season long. Who knows what could end up for the Eastmark Firebirds?
Well, all three of us know that it all starts with that signal caller up front, and they got a solid one here at Eastmark, and they can really ride Maya Kalama a long way, and I think they'll be in the playoffs and maybe even deep into the playoffs.
Absolutely.
After this regular season is done.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Should be good stuff.
So who do we got next week, James? Where
next
are we?
week we are going out. We're coming back out to Mesa, I should say, over at Dobson High School, just off Guadalupe Road. Mr. Adam Beano will be on the call for the Central Bobcats at the Dobson Mustangs. We've been out there at Dobson. This will be our third season in a row.
Third season.
We've been out there at the home of the Mustangs, and they got a brand new field out there last year.
Very
nice
always
have a great time out at
beautiful
Dobson.
Field. Yes,
they always enjoy us coming out. We always enjoy being there. So that's going to be a great one next Thursday night. We don't want you to get confused. This was a special Wednesday night edition of Thursday Night Football, so we'll let you put it all together. We're off tomorrow night and then back at it on Friday night with the debut of the Friday Night Red Zone, and we're going to have some fun.
But fellas, I could get used to this Wednesday night action.
Yes,
even though the women are Tuesday and Thursday.
Yes,
you know, this Wednesday night action is pretty good.
And thanks to Ben Franklin and Eastmark for allowing us to schedule that game here on Wednesday night and give the ladies kind of their own special night here for the first broadcast in girls flag football history. For my broadcast partners, Mr. Ed Cole and Adam Beadle, I'm James Poovey saying so long. Have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy what's going to be a full football weekend. ASU on tap tomorrow night, and then a full weekend of pro football's almost coming, but we got a lot of college stuff going on this weekend, gentlemen. Any games that you're looking forward to watching besides ASU?
Ooh, I mean, ASU obviously tomorrow night. I know there's a big matchup on Sunday night between LSU and Florida State. That's going to be a really great matchup.
Yes.
Two potential Heisman quarterbacks going at it. That's going to be a lot of fun.
All right, Ed.
James, you forgot to talk about your baby, the Friday Night Red Zone. Come on, give it to him.
I did. I just saw we're going to have the Friday Night Red Zone on Friday night. We're going to go all around the Grand Canyon State. Ed's going to help me guest host. Adam's going to produce. We're going to have a great time. And we're going to check in with sideline reporters. We got people checking in with us from all over the valley, so it's going to be a great time. We're going to go all around the Grand Canyon State, and we got a couple of guys that are being recruited by Arizona colleges that we're going to check in on, playing in California. I think one guy's playing in Texas. We're going to go out to Aledo and check in on the Bearcats. We're going to take you all over the place, so make sure and find yourself a comfortable spot on the couch or in the easy chair on Friday night and dial up that 58 or 78-inch or whatever it might be and get yourself ready for some fun night of football.
Could be a 98-inch.
It could be a 98-inch.
Could be a 100-inch screen.
It could be 120, whatever your fancy is right there, right? Thank you so much for joining us here tonight on the Epic Sports Network. We are signing off. We'll see you next Thursday night out at Dobson High School in Mesa. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.
Good night, folks.